My hat's off to you.
Thank you. All right, so I'm sure now we are being recorded. And again, formally, welcome to the group. The name of the group is Effective Business Development Strategies. So in this group, we're learning how to come together, change tips, exchange ideas on how we can be effective in our strategies to grow our businesses. So today is our meet and group, the first meeting ever, and I'm so happy you were able to make it today. So please go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us about your company, where you're located, a little bit of what you do, and a little bit of what you want to share. The class is open.
All right, I guess I'll go first then, since I'm Andre, TaylorMade Global. I am your small business digital coach, consultant, and I am based out of Illinois, near Chicagoland area, and working to open up office in the DMV area, which is East Coast, DC, Baltimore, Virginia area. So currently working out of this space, excited for that. And my promise is to add value to people through collaboration, innovation, and servant leadership. And so I always look forward to working with like-minded individuals and people such as yourself that are looking to grow and to elevate and to be successful long-term.
All right, thank you so much, Andre. That is very fantastic. Congratulations on working on opening the second, that will be the second office or branch?
Yep.
Okay, congratulations on that. Welcome to the meeting today. All right, who is next?
I'll go next there. Hello, everyone. My name is Morris Williams. I'm in the Atlanta, Georgia area. The name of the company I work for is MediClean Air Pros. We're an air duct cleaning and aeroseal company. We do residential, commercial, industrial, and federal locations. I always say all four of those individually because starting with residential, you really don't need too much certification to get that done. But once you move up the ladder all the way up to federal, like myself, in order to go into a federal property, you have to have your federal background check done and have to be cleared. So each one of those has different levels of requirements there. We do residential pretty much in the Atlanta area, but for commercial, industrial, and federal, we tend to go as far as all neighboring states of Georgia, including North Carolina and Mississippi. And great referrals for me would be like, HVAC companies, cleaning company, general contractors, and actually anybody in the area that has a business that would like just to make money off just referrals. You don't have to be in the HVAC business.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Morris. We very much appreciate you sharing all the information. And I know we'll learn more about your business as the meeting is running. All right, who is next?
I'll go next.
Fantastic, Carla.
I'm Carla Leonard. My company is IMI Asset Management Company. We're located in Southern California, Riverside, about 65 miles southeast of Los Angeles. Kind of nice central location, 45 minutes from mountains, near San Diego, LA, Orange County, beach, 45 minutes. So nice location. Been in business for 25 years, a little over 25 years now. Our specialty, I have quite a few services I offer. The top one is I do tax mitigation, which means I work with small to mid-sized business owners, helping them to identify, along with their CPAs, identify where they're overspending, and also to capture federal tax incentives. Most small to mid-sized business owners do not realize that the government gives out over $100 billion every single year to help your business in areas like property tax, research and development, waste and recycling. We do credit card auditing. We also do WOTC, Workers' Opportunity Tax Credit, means if you have at least one employee, you can get money back for every employee you hire if they qualify. And it's easy for most people do qualify because it's expanded so much from the veterans when it started so many years ago. WOTC originally started to promote business owners to hire the veterans. So they said, okay, we'll pay you $2,400 if you hire a veteran. Now it's expanded to even to college grads, STEM grads, and you can get up to as much as $9,600 for every employee you hire. So it's a program worth having. It's not expensive to have you your portal. It's like $19 a month to start out. So it's well worth it. It helps you to retrieve back that revenue that you lose in those first couple of months when you first hire somebody and you're training them. Of course, property taxes, we can go back several years. And also research and development is a big one. So we work all industries all across the United States, all the industries. We average about $240,000 back into your company if you meet most of those qualifications. No money for us to let you know how much you receive. You were qualified to receiving at that estimate. We also make up a report for yourself, a feasibility report for you, as well as your tax professional or CPA. We don't go forward without the approval of that tax professional. We also offer exit strategies for business owners. We have a special design team that does this for you. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different idea how they want to exit. Most business owners, a lot of them, 80, 90% of them plan on selling their businesses to have that money to retire on. I can get that. I can say what's your market value of business right now. We can get that market value, put it into a savings vehicle. And by the time you get ready to retire, minimum of 10 years, you're going to have several $1 million in there. So you can sit back and it takes average 2 years for that business to sell. You already have your money there and you're good to go. The other thing we offer also, another area is for a lot of businesses. In fact, yesterday on Alinable, someone was asking about the tax liability on the capital gains on the sale of a business. There is another company I'm partnered with called Tax Wealth. And through that company, we can defer your capital gains tax on not only your business, on any commercial property, on any collectibles. Even on residential properties, as long as you have a $500,000 plus capital gains, we can defer that for 30 years. And you can walk away with about 98% of the sale cost of that property. So we can make a huge difference. Again, if you have anything in that arena that you like to see, well, what's the difference if I sell and have to pay these state, federal taxes, and what's the difference if I do the monetized installment, how much do I save and how much will I get versus paying those taxes? We do a free analysis for you on that also. The other area, I work with families and individuals for retirement. Big thing right now, retirement, people need to know how to retire, how to save first for that retirement. And if you want to go into the market and do other lucrative investments, then you do that after you set up the base foundation for your retirement. I do a special software that called Income for Life report, in which I can show you exactly how much based on guaranteed income. It's only going to be pension and Social Security, the only two sources of income that you have that's solid and that's guaranteed. I can tell you how much you're going to have every single year for the rest of your life once you retire, and if your spouse passes, how much that's going to drop. Normally, on the average, I'm finding a 65% drop. I then look at your other assets, realign them so that we can make up that income and create a pension for you. I use it through annuity. Life insurance is excellent also, but annuities are great because even if your principal runs out, you still receive that money. So that is the area we help. Long-term care, also very important. So then the bucket, that's what I do. So I work with any industries, all industries. Referral, I do pay out for referrals. So again, you don't have to have the business. If you'd like to have this tool, this usually goes for a lot of professionals. This is a tool that I picked up on the tax mitigation tool. It's a simple tool you can put on your computer or you can put it on your phone and ask any business owner. It's 6 questions, takes 5 minutes, and you can tell them how much they can receive back. Most of them are very surprised. I walked into a veterinary's office and he qualified for $1.2 million. Didn't even know it.
Wow,
Another manufacturer, 800,000, 860,000. I have a speech therapist unit out here in Redlands, qualify just on the ERC, Employee Retention Credit Act. If you lost any money during COVID, you have at least one employee, you can receive back $33,000 per employee. They qualify over 1.4 million just in that area. So it's money to keep you afloat. It's money that my goal is to increase your profits, your cash flow, decrease your expenses. It sets you up for exiting your business and making sure that you have money for life.
Fantastic. Wow. Miss Carla, you have a lot. I understand that you've been in business for 25 years. That's a lot of years with a lot of outcome, with a lot of business strategies. And I'm looking forward for you to kind of share your years of experience with us. All right. Thank you for sharing your information. All right. And also, I think Carl just did something that I like. In the chat, if you would like, please feel free to put in your name, your business, your website, the way people can contact you. You never know, maybe somebody may need your services. You know, when you're talking, maybe the person did not catch the name of your business, but if you can put it in the chat, and this is a recording, anyone who wants it, we can go ahead and send it to them, or we can just post it in the group and people will have access. So if you feel comfortable, go ahead in the chat, put in the information. So if we can just put the summary, if you can just put your name, the business name, the website, how people can reach out to you, 1 or 2 lines of what you offer. I think that will be helpful for everybody. All right. And in the meantime, we're going to continue. Who's gonna be next? Let's see who else we have. All right, Miss B is in the room. Miss B, are you there? Beatrix. I can't hear you. Are you talking? Beatrice?
Can you hear me?
All right, now we can hear you.
Okay, good. Sorry, I had my mic off. Didn't realize that. So thanks, Dr. Marie, for inviting me into your group and your meeting today. Just gotta say, okay, ahead of time, I have another meeting already scheduled at 2:30, so I have to pop out of here in a little bit, but I appreciate and thought I'd hop on real quick. So for the people who don't know me, my name is Beatrice Phillips. I'm a regional director for the Alpha Group International. I'm a business and executive coach, and I bring business owners and CEOs together, facilitating board meetings where we work on the business. So I do not run networking meetings. I literally run working meetings, and our sole focus is on growing the business, increasing the profits of the companies, doubling the value within 2 to 3 years. We have a very structured process, and we haven't failed yet. And that's all I have to say.
Fantastic. And where are you located?
I'm located in Orlando, Florida.
All right, she is in Florida. Thank you so much for coming, and I appreciate, and I know you did tell me you have another meeting already, so thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
All
Actually,
right.
I do have one announcement. I am about to launch a women-only board. So that will be happening soon, since I have mainly guys on my board. So I decided we're gonna do a women's board as well.
Okay.
In case someone's interested. Okay.
Looking forward to being there. I'm excited. All right. Who else hasn't spoken? Carl, we haven't heard from you. Are you able to talk?
If you're ready.
We are ready, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, sorry for showing up late. I really hate when that happens. But I had an outside meeting, as I had told you in the chat.
Yes, yes.
But anyway, I'm Carl Lucci. I'm in the Tampa Bay area, down the road from Beatrice. And I have a group that I'm starting called I Refuse to Fail. It's on Alinable. And you all are welcome to check that out. I put information in the chat. I've been a business consultant for over 15 years. I'm not a coach. I'm kind of semi-retired, and I really don't want employees or children anymore. I don't have to check up, make sure you did your homework. I just make myself available free of charge to anybody and everybody that would like to discuss their business. I'll be happy to do a virtual with any and all of you. And, if you have questions, I'll be happy to try to give you my opinion with my 45 plus years experience. And that's it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So now you're just working on a personal level, or are you, because you don't want any employees, no children?
Well, I'm not a coach. Beatrice is a coach. She works with the company and with the people and works with them alongside to make sure they do what they're supposed to do and get it done, and then coaches them on how to get there. I basically, because I don't want to tie myself up with clients doing that. I'm kind of semi-retired right now. I'm just trying to help people, and that's what I'm doing with this group. And so I don't even charge for the service.
Oh, okay,
Kind of
fantastic.
Paying it forward.
All right, so that means if we come to you to make you the speaker of a day or of a week, you're not gonna say no, right?
I wouldn't charge. I've got about 30 different topics that I can speak to, but I'd give you a list of whatever you want me to talk about.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much for offering. I very much appreciate that.
Sure.
I'll keep you in the back of my mind. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. And okay, so you said you're in Florida as well. Perfect. All right, let's see. Looks like everybody spoke. Walter, are you here? Walter, can you hear me?
Okay, can everyone hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay, well, I just want to say thanks. I'm glad I had an opportunity to come to the webinar, and I've been really enjoying being on Alinable, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot of other people out there that enjoy Alinable because it's really a direct approach, and I think it's a lot better than Facebook, depending on how you're marketing. And so just a little bit about me. What I do is I'm with a company that offers customer financing. So what we do is we talk to mainly coaches and consultants, contractors, which would be, HVAC or home improvement. And we also talk to, veterinarians. And the purpose of the service is whenever they run across clients that may, need a better payment plan to be able to afford to pay for the service, they can offer their clients financing. Now, this is strictly based on their personal credit score. There is no collateral that they need to come up with. And we have gotten people approved with credit scores as low as 550. And a good thing about it is once they apply, they usually know the same day if they're approved or not. And if they're approved, the money will be sent directly to that person, directly to their account. So then they will be able to work out a payment plan with the coaching consultant, HVAC contractor, or whoever the service provider is. So if anyone wants information, I can definitely put it in the chat. And if you have any questions, we can schedule a time to speak where I can answer your questions about it.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Walter. Yeah, feel free to put in your information in the chats. The call is being recorded, and anybody who wants to review that, they'll go ahead and review that information as well.
Okay,
right.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. I think all of us introduced ourselves. I don't think I'm missing anybody. If I missed you, please jump in. All right, so I'll go ahead and introduce myself, the last one. All right, so by now everybody knows who I am in the group. So Dr. Marie Djemo, the full name is Osako Marie Djemo. I cut it short to make it easier. Sometimes they call me Osaka and I'm like, nope, that's not my name. That's a city in Japan. So I have fun playing with people who kind of call me Osaka instead of Osako. My company is Jodapris IMBS. We are an international company. We work here in the US, we work with Canada, and now we did open an office in South Africa. Not an office yet, we stay virtual. Everybody's working from home. I had a very exciting meeting 2 days ago with a prospect platform over there in South Africa, just to say that, to measure how the business is growing in South Africa. And I was very excited. And this platform, it is a company, not really like Alinable, but it's a company that helps businesses that land in South Africa. So they kind of help you land softly in South Africa. So that would be kind of a, I would say, a channel that we can use with other partners who want to take their businesses in South Africa. So if you're thinking of establishing one day your business in South Africa, you know who to talk to. If you talk to me, I'll talk to the right people who help you there. So we do connect businesses. We have businesses from scratch, from the startups to well-established businesses. We offer a lot of services, but we kind of nail down into 3: digital marketing, customer service support, and consulting. So if you want to learn more about our businesses, I'll put the website there, jodapris.com. You can have a look and see what we can offer to help your business grow. So in this group, I wanted to talk briefly today, as it's an introductory meeting, and I know some people will be here just briefly. I wanted us to talk briefly about the business strategy, kind of the core of this business. I'll go ahead and share my screen. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Beautiful. All right, so this here. All right, effective business development strategies. Now, what I want to do, because I know that there are people who have been in business for years. Carla herself has been in business for 25 years. I don't know who beat that. It seems like she is the one who has been in business for long. Beatrix, how long have you been in business?
For myself, since 1991.
Oh,
That's 30 years. Okay.
30 years. Oh, so you are the oldest one. All right, wonderful. So we see that everybody has been in the business for 30 years and under. I think, Carl, did you say 45 years in business?
He did.
He did.
Yeah, he said 47.
47.
45.
All right. So you are the guru one. All right. I apologize.
I don't know if that's good or
That
bad.
came
But
back to my mind quickly. All right. So I think there is nobody who beats Carl. Is there anybody who has been in business for over 47 years?
as I tell people, I'm older than water.
You are older than water. Who is that? Now that
Because
I
I'm
did
older
put
than
my
water.
screen up, I cannot see everybody. All right. So Carl has been in the business for 47 years. That is a long time. And I'm sure he can tell us, and he can agree with me, that within the 47 years, he did not use just one strategy to grow the business. He did not use just one strategy to remain successful. He had to pivot strategies over and over again because it depends on the market, it depends on the economic factors, it depends on a lot of things for you to be successful. You may be successful today. All right, thank you so much, Beatrix, for coming in. Have a good one, bye. So you may have strategies that are working for you successfully this year, and you use the same strategies next year and they are not. All right, thank you, Andre. I'll keep up with you. The audio will be there. Thank you so much. All right, so when you're in the business for a long time, there are business strategies that you need to pivot over and over again to make sure that you remain successful. The business is successful when you see that the product, you can measure the result of your business and seeing that you are achieving your goals. Those goals may be short-term goals or long-term goals. But when we're talking about business development, we're going to kind of focus just on the long-term business goals. And in our economic markets, when we're talking about strategies, we say best strategies are built on the balanced understanding of supply and demand. We know that supply, that is you and your business. Demand, it's your customers, your clients, people that are looking for your business. So you can say that my business is successful when you can balance these two markets. If the demand is higher or lower than the supply, you know that there is no equilibrium. There is a problem there. Either we need to pivot to catch up, or we need to pivot to lower what we're doing it. And then from there, I ask myself, what is business development strategies? Because everybody will tell you, this is what I'm doing that is making me successful. A strategy that I am building up to make my business successful may not be the same that Maurice is using. Maybe that's not the same as Carl, as Walter, as Carl. Everybody has been able to put together strategies or multiple strategies that are working for them. Even though they may work for them for a certain period of time, they have to kind of review those over and over again to make sure that they stay successful in the business. So I come up with just two definitions. The first one, the business development strategy, for me, it's a process used to identify, nurture, and acquire new clients. As long as you're getting new clients, your business will flourish. If you get to a place where you're not getting new clients, you're dealing with your old clients, and at certain points, those clients may not need you anymore. There's a lot of competitors out there. You may be good today, tomorrow somebody else may surge, and when they come with substitute of your product that they just nail you down. So are you going to keep on using the strategies that you are using? I guess not. The second definition that I come up with is the business development strategies are business opportunities window to drive organizational growth, improve customer base, and increase profit. If your business is not growing, you're not going to say that it's being developed. I don't know if somebody can argue with me on that. You may decide and say, I don't want a big business. I met people like that. They're like, I don't want my business to grow. I want it small. I want it the way it is. I want it local. That's what I want. However, they want it that small, but they still want to have more profit. They still want to have more of something. Somebody may say, you know, as long as I get $1,000 a week, I am good. But there must be something that will keep him in the business. When you're still in the stagnation stage for a long time, you'll be kicked off the business, like it or not. So we need to find out what are the windows of opportunity. As long as we can see that we still have those windows of opportunity, we can go ahead and we can pivot the business strategies that we have. So the process that we have help always to generate long-term process. As I said at the beginning, I am more focused on what is the long-term the long-term goal that you want to achieve with your business. The short-term goals, you can achieve them in 3 months. You can achieve them in 6 months, in 12 months. But what is your long-term goal? Do you have one? If you have one, that's what you need to build on. Because when you build on your long-term goal, then the short-term goals can be met very easily. So brief, the business development strategy is the process that outlines the strategy you will use to accomplish your business goal. So that is kind of the, and then just quickly, the importance of business development strategy. On this one, I want to hear from you all. Just one, if you can just give me one thing that you think it is that can be crucial for your business development strategy. Why should I have a business strategy? All right, Carl.
You just want one? One is before you go into business, do the research about that particular business in that industry so you have a way forward.
Fantastic. I like that. You need to do research. I think on the next, it's like Carl was reading my next page. We need to do research. There are people, he will wake up in the morning, he looked into his bank account, he has 10,000 there. He's like, okay, I'm going to start this business. I don't know, bread business or jewelry business, whatever business they want to start, you throw yourself on the market. No, you need to do some research. You need to benchmark what you want to do with the businesses in the market already. Who will be your competitor? Where are you looking to open your business? What do you think is going to work better? Do you want the idea that you have, do you think it's a long-term business? It's a short-term business. So I like that one. Thanks, Carl. Is there anything else that you think may be important for as a base for business development strategy?
Yeah, there's a lot, but you know, after you have done the research and you've established you know, a way forward, let's say, you know, and you want to implement that, you feel that it's something you can be competitive with, or even if you're very unique. I really think, you know, not enough people do the groundwork. They don't build the foundation before they build the house. They just jump in and figure, well, I really like doing this. I'm going to do this. And then they find, I'm going to give you, if you don't mind, can I give you a quick example?
Go ahead. I don't mind at all.
All right. I worked with a young lady. She was a Seattle Seahawks cheerleader, and she had moved to Florida and retired from that. She opened up a dance studio, and she went in and she thought, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have a dance studio for kids. She went and rented the property, got it all set up, did all the remodeling. And then she found out after the fact that there were 5 dance studios within 15 miles of her location, and it was very difficult to find clients. Okay. That wasn't her biggest issue, but the issue is that she didn't first find out who was in the area and what they were doing. She did not check out. And I always tell people, if you don't check out what your competition is doing, I guarantee you they're checking out what you're doing.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's a lot of it is just research, but, you know, and then you have to have a marketing plan. You know, well, you better have a business plan before you start that, but you have to have a marketing plan, and you have to know that you're capitalized. You have to know that you're going to be able to survive. And so, I mean, there's, you know, there's a ton of things, you know, but I think being undercapitalized is the biggest issue most people have when they start a business.
All right. Thank you so much. That is very, very important. Know your competitor. If you're not checking them out, they will check you out. They will make sure you are out of the market. They don't want anybody to come and steal their customers away from them. So that is very crucial. Thank you so much. Anybody else has something to say? You can take one more person.
I agree with Carl. You do have to have that foundation, and also research is important. You also have to know where the area that you're opening up that business? Is there a niche for what type of clients are you looking for? Are they in that area? If you're going to do marketing, how much is it going to cost you in order to reach that niche to which you are going to fits your business? So you have to know that there's like if you're looking to sell steaks and you pop your business in the middle of of people that don't eat meat, then you're not going to be successful. So, if you're going to be around vegetarians, you're selling ground steak, beef, veal, pork, that business is not going to be successful in that area. So you have to make sure there's a market for which you're opening that business for, and how much of that market was the drive of that market, and how you're going to drive them to your business.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you so much, Carla, for building upon that. It is very crucial that you kind of build your foundation before you start building your house. As we all know, if you build a house on a foundation that is not strong enough, when the wind comes, what's happened? It just blow it away. So that's the story of the little three pigs, right? All right. So we understand that business strategy is crucial for a business development. A strong business development strategy is the framework that instructs you and your team, not just you and your team, on ways you can fund and generate high value lead that will ultimately support the company's long-term goals. So if you want to be in the business for a long time, you need to do market research. The market research is not only done for the entire company, it's also for a product that you want to launch. You want to launch a new product. How will that product respond? The sales of the product, the marketing of the product. It is always beneficial to take some time and do the market research. Thank you so much for participating on that slide. So now, the effectiveness of the business strategy. On this one as well, before we get to where I think the research marketer did put it on the next slide. So how do you market your business? So if anybody can talk to us a little bit about how do they market their business? There's a lot of marketing strategies out there. You in particular, in your business, how do you market your business? Yes, Maurice.
I have several things that I do. Of course, we do the traditional social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, the website, stuff like that. But mine is, since I've been with this company, majority of my closed businesses has come from Alinable. The best way I can say it is treat Alinable, especially for anyone new, and I'm new too, I treat Alinable like young ones would treat Facebook or Twitter or Snapchat. Every time you turn around, they're always on it. I'm always on Alinable. I'm reading what somebody else has to say, liking a comment that I truly do believe in, commenting something worthwhile and meaningful to the subject matter. Not only that, but at the same time, too, others see me active and they reach out to me. Next thing you know, we have a dialogue. It's not necessarily about making a sale. It's about making that business connection. And once we do that, the sales will come, and they have. Mm-hmm. I have one sale I'm in Georgia, that's in South Carolina. We have another one that's in Florida, and I have some that are actually here. And as I said, they all come from Alinable. And I refer out all those too. So
fantastic.
To sum it up is word of mouth. So
word of mouth, fantastic. Yeah, there are a lot of things. Yeah, Carl, you want to say something? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, actually, Carla made me think about it when she was talking, but one of the issues that I find, and it goes right into the marketing, is I don't know how many times I've asked people, who is your target market? Define your target market, and they'll say anybody with skin, right? Yeah. And that is so wrong, okay? Mm-hmm. People need to define a specific target market and branch out from there. Okay, I don't care if you sell skin lotion, it would sound right, but it isn't. You find the market that you want to sell to, and then you can expand on that. But you have to have a target market. As far as marketing itself, I have to look at the business, the type of business it is, before I would suggest whether Facebook or LinkedIn or Alinable or Google Ads or whatever, or print. You have to know what the business is before you can define that, and not one marketing concept will work for every business. And because you can waste a lot of time and a lot of money spending money on, shotgun approach, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense. So if you don't have somebody to help you with that, I'll be happy to have a one-on-one with anybody, or find somebody, or find a coach or a consultant that will help you define that market, because I think it's crucial. I think you have to define your target market.
Fantastic. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Within the space today, from when I first started the business, it's about, you can sit down, you can list everybody, from family members all the way down, look through your book, and with the, networking today, you can easily have 1,500, 2,000 people that you can sit down and start calling. And not only just you start calling those people, but you have to know what services you're offering, and create a relationship with that person, and or say, hey, I need a small business owner, or I need mid-sized business owners. Who do you know that's struggling? Who do you know that is not aware of every opportunity that's available to them financially from the federal government, that they can take advantage of? And because I like to talk to people that have those kind of issues, and it's about not, once you get that person, it's not even just talking, this is what I do. No, it's about building a relationship, getting to know that person, getting to know that business, finding out, just let them talk, and you can find their pain points. What's the problem with their business? What areas in their business can they do that keeps them up at night? I called the head of an international engineering firm, and I said, what keeps you up at night? I'm interested in finding about your industry. What keeps you up at night? And he told me, he had no problem telling me what's keeping him up at night in several areas. And then when you hear their issues and their problems, in the back of your mind, say, now how can my business assist them? How can we assist them? Because you find out the problem, you're the problem solver. And once you become the problem solver, and you can deliver on eliminating that problem for them, then you have a true, not only strong relationship, but you've done your job as a business, it's what I do for a business, and as a business owner, to help other businesses and other people. And so, and it can trickle down to the family too, in those areas, because I cover both. So that's how my marketing strategy works.
Fantastic. I'm glad that you mentioned the relationship. In my business, we do say relationships, they are key for your business success. Without relationship, I don't think you're gonna have a long-term customer. You wanna build up on the relationship. Usually the approach, I think I use the same approach as you, where when I found my prospect, I don't go and just throw all the services that we're offering to them. We just want to kind of have a conversation to understand what are the needs, what do they want, what is the crucial need that they have at that particular moment. Then we can build up on that and bring in the solution. And I think that's where it sells much better than trying to guess, do you need a website? Do you need this? Do you need that? So that is very good. So now we have a second question. How do you sell your product or services? So now we did hear how we do market the business. So now how do you sell your product and services? Because somebody will say, I've done a lot of marketing, I'm not getting any sale. I did run a lot of advertisements. I did a lot of social media. I did the digital, and still no sale. How do you sell?
Well, I'll just give one example here. As I said before, I'm in air duct cleaning and air seal, which means I'm in sales. One way is I do all cold calls. That's all I do is I'll call up a company, never heard of me, and I will, try to engage them in conversation and just get to know them just real quick on a little bit, non-business related level, so I can have a dialogue with them. And one thing that I give them, since we do air duct cleaning, I can't just sell it across the phone like, hey, I need to come in and clean your air ducts. I can't do that. So a lot of companies tend to give you an assessment or evaluation or an estimate, but they want to charge you for it. We don't. Even our biggest process, which is AeroSeal, the more pricey one, the basic system cleaning will cost like, say, $2,400. We even go and do a testing on just to see if you need it for free. So we try and, you know, give back something so that they can see whether they're going to spend their money, you know, wisely or worthwhile for them or not.
Very good, very good. Anybody else has something else to add?
You know, since I'm in a financial business, I like to do face-to-face, whether it's Zoom or either actually to say, hey, would you like to meet in person? Let's go meet for coffee or tea. And that's when it starts to engaging and for actually selling that product. And once I found out what their pain points are, I say, hey, I have a solution to that. Let's get together. Let me show you. So that's my starting point. And basically, I walk with the client and however it's comfortable for them, because my product can go either on the internet or either I can do face-to-face.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. And then now we are in the place where we're talking now about the optimal growth. And here is where I was saying, Carl did read my next next page already.
I didn't read it, I swear. I'm not jumping ahead. I'm not jumping ahead.
All right, so with the optimal growth, first of all, you need to identify your audience. I think that's where Carl was talking about targeting the market. You cannot just sell to everybody. Everybody cannot just be your customers. You need to identify who is your customer. What is your audience? The second thing, once you identify your audience, now run a research marketing, conduct a research marketing. Who will be your competitor? Who's doing what you're doing right now? How are they being successful? What are the research, what are the marketing strategies they are using? What is working for them? What do you think that you can learn from them? Which area where you think that you will have a surplus for a customer to leave them and come to you? So you need to really conduct that research marketing if you want to have optimal growth in your business. You need to determine the appropriate channels. How are you going to market your business? Everybody is doing social media, yes, but will that work for you? How are you going to run your social media? There are people who run a lot of advertisement, a lot of social media, digital marketing, and not getting sales. How would you determine that the investment you're putting in your social media or in your marketing strategies will benefit your revenue? That is something that we need to look at. And I did like somebody, as I was doing my research, somebody always say, define your SMART, your SMART goals.
Yep.
What are your SMART goals? For you to be successful in the business, you have to be, number one, specific. You cannot sell everything. You cannot do everything for everybody. You need to be specific. And when you're working, you're developing your business, your results have to be measurable. How do you measure your result? Do you measure your result by how much money you're making? How much profit are you making? How many customers you have? The business develops when you can measure the development of your business growth. And if you set goals, those goals have to be attainable. Don't just put a goal like, I want to attend, I don't know, $10 billion in 1 week. It's not feasible. Even
It takes
though
takes at least 2 weeks. Takes at least 2 weeks.
yeah. If you have a good one, Carl, right? If you have a very good business that can sell in 2 weeks and give you $1 billion, wow. Just share the model with us.
I'm not that good.
Yes, so we want you to set a model that is attainable, the goal that is attainable. When you put a goal, remember we're talking about long-term goals. What is the long-term goal that you want to set? It has to be something that is attainable, and it has to be relevant. It has to be relevant depending on the business you are in, depending on the industry you are in, and your timing has to be time related. The way I set my long-term goals are different from the way Carl set his long-term goals. They are different from Walter, from Maurice, for Carla, from everybody. So you really want to kind of sit down and measure the goals that you're putting together. This is the goal that I want to reach. Is this specific? Is this measurable? Is this attainable? Is this relevant? Is it time related? So if you can do that, then we say that you made a SMART goal and it's gonna be achievable. All right. So that's what I prepared for today. And to conclude, for me, tomorrow does not exist. There's no tomorrow. And I know the first time I made that statement, it was in front of my prospect because I wanted him to see the deal. And I was like, there's no tomorrow. We're doing it today. He's like, no, Marie, I need to sleep on this. And I'm like, there is no tomorrow. Because when you wake up tomorrow, guess what? What are you going to say today? If you say tomorrow, it's not going to happen that day. You will have to postpone again. And the more you postpone, the more it vanishes because it will never happen. Go ahead, Carl.
One thing that's called procrastination. And there's only one good thing about procrastination is you always have something to do tomorrow.
Yeah, so you have something to do tomorrow. And that thing, guess what? When you get on tomorrow day to do it,
you'll have something to do the next day.
You will have something else. So there is always something that will come up. So if you want to be successful, guess what? Use today. Today I'm going to do A, B, C, D. Today I'm going to focus on A, B, C, D. Whatever you're not able to do today, that's okay. You can push it, but do not build your business on tomorrow. Tomorrow never happened. So thank you so much for your participation. If somebody has something to say, we have 3 minutes left. I'm glad we were able to put everything in between. So let me know if you have something to say.
One last thing I found extremely important is that for me is time management. And you have your long-term goals, your monthly goals, your weekly goals, and break it down to those daily goals. And on those daily goals, weekly goals, you can, say, what do I need to do per day to reach this weekly goal? And inside that day, you bring out that calendar and you mark each part of that day dedicated to the activity that's going to make you achieve that goal. And if you stick to it, it's hard because we always want to multitask. And the best thing for any business owner to be able to focus on that particular thing that you're going to do for that day in those particular hour span to reach those goals, to focus only doing that, then move to the next thing and the next thing. And so that's helped me to be very productive and keeping focus and making sure at the end of that day, I have 3 set goals I want to make for that day that's going to contribute to making that weekly goal achievable. And by the end of that week, you look back, you can see what you achieved every day and that goal is met. So it's taking a lot of discipline and practice, but it works, and it's a good strategy, and it works for me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. You see that I was able to change the time related to time management. I think that's the best way of presenting that. It is time management. So if you don't know how to manage your time, you will pile up things on the table and you're not going to end up doing anything. So thank you for clarifying on that one. All right. Anybody has something else to say? Yes, Carl?
I've done a lot of workshops, and I did a 2.5 hour in-person workshop on sales and marketing. And at the end of the workshop, I think one of the most critical things that I would try to tell people is if they have a Post-it note, to write on the Post-it note that selling isn't telling, it's asking, and put it on their bathroom mirror. And everybody would look at me like I'm crazy. I would say, they'd say, why my bathroom mirror? I would tell them, because that's usually the first place you go in the morning, is to the bathroom before you start work. And they'll say, yeah, but I already know what it says. I said, I know, but subliminally, it'll come out in your head. And the next time you get in front of somebody, starting to tell them how great you are and what you have, maybe you'll shut up and ask them what they need, and ask them, just continue to ask questions. And once if you ask those questions, you'll create a buying environment where they will ask you for what you have. I'm done.
Fantastic. I like that. Thank you so much for putting that out there. Yes, selling is asking. You need to ask. Somebody will see you the first time and they're like, what are you selling? I'm not selling you anything. I want to know, how are you doing? How is your business doing? Create a relationship. Establish. When you have a relationship, when you have a conversation, then you can sell. So don't go out and just present everything. Here's everything that I have. Here's my laundry. No, I don't have a detergent to wash your laundry. But if you ask me which type of laundry I have, maybe I have that detergent. So I hope what we had today did help somebody. And if you have more questions, feel free. I would like you to participate in the group if you can. Ask questions, answer questions, post, like. It's going to be very interesting. Now I have one question before I let you guys go. And since this is our first meeting, what do you think will be beneficial for all of us to have at least one meeting a month, one webinar every 2 months, every 3 months? What will be beneficial for all of us? Yes, Carl.
My group is new and I haven't established yet how many meetings we're going to have or how often. But I think, I don't know. I don't think every week is necessary because there are so many meetings out there that people want to attend. I think if you take each meeting you have, if you want to do one a week, I would have a different type or different topic meeting to draw in new people. And in other words, if it's on sales and marketing, or if it's on using video in your business, or, you know, I mean, you can pick 52 topics easy and then have something, and then have maybe one that's just a meet and greet, like a lot of the groups do, you know, have different ones. If you're going to do it every week, if you're going to do the same type every time you meet, I would say once or twice a month would be plenty. That's my opinion. I have nothing to back that up with, but that's in the back of my mind as to what I would do. I plan on I may end up having a different meeting every day because it's going to be driven based on topic or function of the meeting. It'll be a different style. So people can attend the ones they like and the other ones they don't have to, whether it's learning or promoting or whatever. So anyway, just my opinion.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that opinion. Anybody else has something to say? All right. So
yeah, I have to jump off. So we'll see you all.
All right. So thank you so much for coming in today. I will build up on that and then thank you. You have a good one. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Marie.
Zakia, somebody did join at the end. Zakia, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, thank you so much for coming. We are at the end. Just before I press the button, I see you there. I don't know how much you did here, but we have a recording and definitely we'll go ahead and do that. So since you are here and we haven't closed the room yet, you can go ahead and put in the chat your name, your business, and your website and a little bit about you.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I was a little busy, couldn't attend earlier.
Definitely.
This looks like this is a great one.
Okay, fantastic. I appreciate it. And we'll have more often. I'm just still trying to figure out, should we do it like once a month or twice a month or something like that. So I'll build up on that. What would be your opinion?
Once a month would be good, I guess.
Okay, yeah. And Carla, I see you're still here. Do you have a preference?
I'm good. What Carlos said was pretty relevant. It depends on what a topic, if it's going to be topic or it's just going to be a meet and greet.
Yeah.
It would depend on how often, if you're going to do more on topic and different specific and narrow in on some of these topics on your PowerPoint, then you can do it more than once a month, because, you know, people want to know exactly, okay, conduct research market, what does that mean? And how are we going to do it? You know, if you want to pinpoint some of those areas, then you would have, you know, more, because I think you get more people that would be engaging in that particular area of their business that they're having issues in and want to know the answers to. If it's just a meet and greet, like similar like you're having right now, it's just going to be repeat, then I think I went a month.
Okay, fantastic. All right, we'll see how we can organize that. And thank you so much, everybody, for coming. And you have a great rest of your day. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Arms, Care Inc.